I don't really get it either. I feel like it's kind of it. You know how sometimes you just do stuff because everyone does it. That's why I'm alive, basically.
That's why you're a
Right.
YouTuber as well, because everybody did.
Trendy to be alive around about now, so I suppose I'll just.
I'm gonna have to mute this site for a minute. Hello and welcome to Fast Food Thursday, both Dream Journal and Extremely Low Energy Edition. Maybe I'll get like hyped up as this goes along, but today was a weird fucking day. I was just on the couch, like reading, because I put like a timer up and then I read for a set period of time, and then the timer goes off and I found out I've been asleep for like half an hour.
Goddamn.
What the fuck is happening?
Nice.
Meanwhile,
It's good to have some stuff.
I surprised everyone and first of all myself by essentially completing an entire essay, proposal in less than a day.
Well done.
Respect, my man. So today is episode 75. Holy shit! You know
Really?
what? That's
Are we actually that deep into this shit?
yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
You want
And-
to do this shit?
Which means that it's a special edition where we go back into the Dream Journal, as I did with episode 50 also. And there's been a lot of additions into the Dream Journal. I found out because I was checking out when this was, so I don't read the same dreams twice, that I was wearing this exact sweater in the last time when we did this. So that's just literal coincidence. There is nothing supernatural or magical about this. This is pure 100% coincidence, not planned at all.
So what you're saying is I should start posting news burger, right?
Yeah, who has like a bag of fucking crisps over the microphone and keeps rustling it? What's happening?
And thank you for.
I'm sorry, I was just opening my
choices,
peanuts.
by the way.
They're open now, so they're not gonna make any noise.
It's nice that your nuts are open now, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Gritter's just casually busting his nuts on stream. It's
Yeah.
great.
Busting is not
There you
cool,
go.
Chris.
Okay. So we're not going to read all of the dreams because I mean obviously some of them are personal, some of them are boring. This one isn't. My dream, it's just always just one of the dreams that I write down. Dream tonight included me and like an indistinct group. Do you know when you travel with an indistinct group of people, but you know them, but you don't know them, they're not real?
Yeah.
Traveling through Spain to see some funny windmills and eventually finding them, but being stressed out while seeing them because the car was going too fast. A picture of Tom Bombadil was sprayed on the street. We entered a small town the two of us, including me, were familiar with, but which was somehow different. There was a police station named Por favor, which means please in Spanish, for instance. In this parallel world, the local eatery had a garbage license, so we had to eat there in order to throw our trash away. During our meal, the Arab crew member, the guy that we were with that was Arab, told me that he had to spend Christmas with a guy named Ahmed. And I questioned a story about my grandpa's father being the first Prime Minister of New Zealand, because even as I was telling it, it somehow seemed to me as though that were not true. Which, yes, my great-grandfather was not the first Prime Minister of New Zealand. But I did grow up with that, like, in my head. I was like, fuck, I didn't know that. Yeah, of course, it's bullshit. I did actually look up Prime Ministers of New Zealand, though, just to be sure.
Nice.
That's a shame that it didn't turn out to be true. But yeah, interesting dream bug. I'm interested to know about the garbage licensing. What the fuck is this? Is this?
I have no idea. They
some
had,
land
like...
shit?
So I'm pretty sure what the thing was... They were you need a garbage license so people can throw away trash there, but it's like when you go to a restaurant but you can't use the bathroom if you don't like get something there. because they're
Have you
dicks.
got a fucking
And it's
license?
because they had the guys with the garbage license, we needed to throw the trash away. We had to eat there, so we could throw our trash away that we had from the road.
Goddamn.
So
Why
I'm
do
just
my own
wondering,
marches hate me?
in
Who
what
hates
way is
you?
this going to be tax deductible?
No, ignore me. I'm being dumb.
Shame I
Can
can't
I
find
do
my
a
dream
review thing
journal.
so that I could do a tax deductible on the thing that I've already paid tax for because VAT is a thing?
Hey.
Gay.
Yeah, sure.
So here's Dream Tonight was ultimately a sequel to the ending of Lost. In the beginning, I was part of a drug crew running through a building, with Gus Fring in pursuit and young allies betraying us one by one. Later, we were essentially prisoners in a field, and while our enemies kept growing in numbers, nobody joined us. Damn. Eventually, we were overwhelmed by flashbacks, and it turned out the real world was some kind of divine narrative project. This is a very avant-garde dream. Holy shit!
Dude, you should totally direct that as like something on
Goddamn.
HBO.
My dreams tonight were long and drawn out. The last one involved measuring levels of contribution to some kind of project, and also a political problem where rich people want to get rid of the tram in the city of Düsseldorf. I don't know why. It does have a tram. I've been on it. It's just a tram. I don't know why rich people would want to get rid of it.
Oh wait, rich people did get rid of trams in London. That's why only Croydon has trams.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I mean, the
because
same
trams are,
happened
like,
in America, so.
stereotypically
sorry.
low income.
All will kneel before the power of oil and automobile.
Yeah.
So I'm looking through my not my dream journal because I can't find it, but the dreams I said to a friend of mine just to tell them about my fucking weird dreams. And some of them are really fucking weird.
Okay.
One of them is about a Tyranid invasion of Earth, but then like we managed to establish contact with the hive mind and tell us no, don't eat us. So the hive mind just went, yeah, right, and we started like
Alright.
co-inhabiting the planet.
That sounds like
Another
some
one.
right heresy to me.
How do you
I know, right?
cohabitate with Tyranids? That doesn't make any sense. They may agree not to eat you, but they will eat everything that you need to, you know. not
Dream
die.
logic, man.
Yeah, dream logic. Another one is in the dream I discovered that J-Reg, YouTube personality J-Reg, went at my university or something. So basically I managed to meet him, hug him to comfort him about the loss of meaning of due to irony poisoning. And then in the end we went in a bash to fash spree where people ended up accidentally shooting each other instead of us.
Wow.
That's pretty
That's an
cool.
adventure.
Here's my next one. In my last dream tonight, me and some old friends worked to retake Sanctuary. I presume that's the one from Borderlands. And from a bug infestation, but I was the only one trained in shooting guns. A bit of a problem. One of the creatures there was a vampire, and like, not actually the ones with the two, you know what I mean. Coming as a red mist with glowing red eyes, invulnerable until it manifests. That's not a very original idea, but it is kind of a cool one.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah. Found another fun one if you're interested.
Go ahead.
Okay, me and some university friends were trapped in some Russian lab from which we had to escape, to make a daring escape by stealing some guns from the guards, and then steal a car and road trip across Russia, then Crimea, because it was the only area where we didn't have to go through passports to get back into Europe, because we didn't have any passports.
Yes.
And this was during the period of time where I was learning Russian as well. I was taking Russian language courses. So with my shitty Russian, I had to like basically help my friends to get out of Russia.
Hell yeah, dude.
That is interesting.
Man, you guys sound like cool people to be around when you're sleeping. I wish I could do shit like that.
I wish I could sleep with you. I mean,
Wait, hang on a second.
So my last stream tonight was of me returning from a sort of class trip to a game studio and getting stranded on the way back because the other bus was hit by lightning. Where's the other bus though? The kids from the high school class we ended up staying at were complete pricks who looked down on us like idiots. Tom Sweeney was staying in the same room as me, and we talked about how we missed the rain in Seattle. I've never been to Seattle though. That's the problem, isn't it?
Fantastic.
no, it's not a problem.
I have a similar one actually.
Where you meet Tom
me
Sweeney.
and my girlfriend. No, me and my girlfriend at the time, the girl I was dating, who was a studying English, like linguistics. We got lost like in the random countryside of Japan, but basically she managed to get a job at a random high school as an English tutor and teacher, and we just started living there.
That's convenient.
Yeah.
Ah, damn. Tonight I had a lot of wild, unstructured dreams, but one of them included Frank Gallagher from Shameless working at a swimming pool and calling the act of looking down on workers homophobia.
That's funny.
My last dream... my last dream tonight was about me getting up early for some reason to sell potatoes in what was called a Blitzkrieg sale as a female shopkeeper.
God damn, the Germans selling potatoes in the Blitzkrieg sale.
My last dream tonight was stressful and partly based around my inability to write the words Alban because of socialism.
Right, I see.
Thanks, Obama.
Oh fuck, I forgot about this one. I had the dream involved us having to save a bird by helping it escape to Argentina.
Mr. Ethnic
Oh fuck.
No, the memes are very spicy today.
Isn't that right?
Okay, that's a personal one. My last stream tonight was me being at a Mardi Gras carnival workshop. Except it was a series of large rooms in an industrial building, which that also was. I was guiding around an inspector, which is why the rooms were unusually tidy. We gave him a slice of art to burn as payment, and he said that we had to put warning tape on most steps in the building. What is happening?
Okay, apparently, this I completely forgot, and I don't even remember when reading about it.
Same with most of these.
Why is there a timestamp in there?
Hang on, this one fucking okay. Starts hot. Jordan Peele was the Quantum Ranger of like a Power Rangers series, and had been abducted and trained to fight all of the other Rangers by the evil guys. I, Blue Ranger, ended up finding a stash of all the old blue and green Ranger weapons. And discovered I could merge them and wield them all at the same time.
Yes.
And the dream finished with me falling out of a spaceship, re-entering the atmosphere and blacking out during the re-entry. Okay.
Is there such a thing as a Quantum Ranger?
I don't fucking know.
I'm
That's
sure
what I
there's
wrote.
one.
Yes, in Time Force. Oh, of course, that makes sense because the fucking Time Force was my favorite Power Rangers as a kid. God
Okay.
And I just straight up never watched Power Rangers as a kid.
Oh damn.
Tonight's
You missed
streams were as turbulent as ever and included me being part of the Navy in a parallel universe because the English colonies in America went bad. Some of these, I
That's
mean,
just
these are,
reality.
Makes sense.
this is like, what's the fifth month
Ow.
of the year? That's June, right? These,
That's,
Yes.
yeah, these are
No,
from
May.
June.
May.
the
Fifth
6th.
month is May.
May.
Sixth
These are from
is-
May.
Yeah.
My final dream tonight was me being part of some weird VR version of a long-running show, but it was actually a class trip where everyone was doing hard drugs, and I was opening the store in the morning. What the fuck is happening? Heinz, are you hot miking?
Oh, I might be. Sorry, let me just turn my sensitivity down.
Incredible.
Heinz. This is like the fifth. No. I'm
It's
not gonna do it.
The audacity.
hey.
My final dream tonight was had a young Anthony Bourdain doing travel logs in a flooded Spain, talking about how he used to use the train and later choosing a water bike over the Vaporetto, which a Vaporetto is just a boat that goes on the water. But that, yeah, I remember the stream. Like the visuals of it were quite interesting. Like it had, you know, when they have like a certain aesthetic, and it was just Spain, and the water was like shallow, but it was all covered in water, and people would just go in like small boats and these water bikes. And it was just an Anthony Bourdain travel show for some reason. Fucking
Fantastic.
Sounds fun.
Not gonna lie, that sounds like an amazing dream.
Yeah.
in the last stream, I was an actor filming the intro of the remake for a classic TV sitcom about a wealthy white country family. After filming was done, the mother approached me for the work I'd done for their son as a private investigator. She also had another androgynous child that was wheelchair bound because of a low energy anxiety disorder. What?
God damn.
This
I
what?
mean, sorry,
What
I
a
just
way
came
to
across
live.
the dream there. So in this stream, I felt like I was trying to nap, and
Uh-huh.
what was happening is that fuck there, right? Oh, okay. I felt like I just wanted to nap in this stream, but I was not a person. I was a single voice in the head of a schizophrenic person.
Yes.
Oh, you were God damn it.
Now that
You were,
sounds like
you
a
were
good
playing
time.
everyone as Joe. That's like it's like one of those It's one of the one like a very light RPG where you all play.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a fun one.
heard about that. Yeah, no. Oh, okay. This is interesting. A structure that I wrote that I dreamed at least twice before.
Uh-huh.
But I felt like it was more than twice, maybe 4 or 5 times. A plaza circled by 3 glass buildings at 120 degrees of each other, and leaving open the same size between the buildings. And there's a smaller circle of featureless cylindrical columns holding up like a tarp or something. And in the center, a bright red featureless cube resting on one of its corners. And it's the only thing I can even remember the size of, and it's like 3 stories high. Okay,
Sounds like a dream, dude.
yeah. But like, it's weird the fact that I apparently felt like I dreamed it at least 4 or 5 other times. But I guess, again, dream.
I dreamt that I had risen at like 3 in the morning to go pick someone up at the airport. A weird flavor ice cream stand was just closing and were thus handing out freebies. I got 2 flavors and was told to stash them outside and return. When I did, I was accused of trying to game the system, to which I reacted with righteous indignation. Yes. Yes, I am angry about this. Y'all cater, dude. American Socialist Bath.
Fucking.
Oh, Florida law, dude. This is.
I posted like a dozen of these that I gathered in shitposting the other day.
I do like them.
We can't talk about the server irons. It's not allowed.
Yeah.
I dreamed about a weird sleepover games conference where people shared strange ideas. There was a Welsh black baby there, taken care of by a young woman that wasn't its mum, trying to explain fluctuations in the French games market. What?
You okay, dude?
By blowing hookah smoke? What the fuck?
Yeah, you were definitely high in that dream.
Okay. So there's this very minor gaming, strategy gaming channel on YouTube called Avac, right? So apparently, I once streamed that Avac's ferrets, because he has ferrets, were running around everywhere in the garden of like my house. I caught them and started to pet them and play with them, and then out of the bushes of the garden walked out Avac, this person ranting about how to take care of ferrets.
Yes.
Oops.
I dreamt I was described as having the booming voice of Thor, but looking like a Transylvanian vampire. Excuse me? As such, I messed with some steroid dealers in a mega tower owned by Elon Musk, which led to a video game battle where I was one of the characters that I play in a role-playing game, which was like a angry fire mage, surrounded by many interesting allied factions, inspecting the troops before my final battle against my brother.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Burger, did you happen to see the tweet I posted, which I just reposted?
No.
The weirdest fucking dream, as described by me. I was trying to, and I quote, air quotes, win the girls back with my mech piloting skills. That's it. That's my description of the dream.
Hey, were you doing a Lancing campaign? I remember recently that was something we were talking about.
Wait, PewDiePie was shadow banned by YouTube? What?
May have been.
I'm not in the state of mind to deal with shit like that today, frankly. That seems like something that would be a mistake, though. Although it would reveal that they can shadow ban people.
I mean, it's not like we didn't know they could do it before.
Yeah, I mean, we just suspected it very, very much.
What they usually would do is that they age-gated a lot of content of people and just demonetized the hell out of everything, which means basically that you're shadow banned. But
God damn. Sorry, I just fucking...
actively shadow banning is something else, I'd say.
I don't see it, to be honest. He still pulls around 5 mil views. This
Not on his
recent
latest.
one is.
I mean, you
it's
know
only
how
been-
many subscribers he has?
Yeah, half of them don't even pay attention to his channel anymore.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but he has that many subscribers.
Yeah.
He's on a normal day he should have like at least I think 10 to 8 to 10 million
Right, people,
views, I'd say.
shut the fuck up, because like his latest video is only 3 hours old.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah,
see
but
PewDiePie,
usually
no
his
one
videos do
jumps
get
at
a
it.
fuck ton
Yeah,
of
we're
videos
not talking
very
about
fast.
PewDiePie right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look into this at some point later.
Story of
You know,
Japan.
there's this other interesting channel that I found. It's called Tour. I don't know if it's in relation to
Yeah.
Spooky Tour, but
I've seen that. I've seen that.
Yeah, no, that's not a good
I've-
channel. It's
No.
he just
Don't-
does
don't
pickup
look at it.
videos. He's a pickup
Yeah,
artist.
there's a really weird
Okay.
Heinz,
Okay.
you are
Wow.
extremely quiet.
Who's quiet?
Heinz.
You know, that's
Oh.
probably for the benefit
Yes,
of
your
everyone.
K-Buddy retard compass.
Okay, let's get back to the dream journal.
You go for it.
I dreamt that I was close friends with a huge family, and one of the members found a distant family member who was a water sliding veteran, and tried to get something out of the other people with this. I knew the guy from Alcoholics Anonymous, and jokingly made a toast, then revealing the truth in front of everyone and kicking him out. Cool, I guess. I dreamt that I was pretending to be the boss of my own company, looking for something to break the monotony of always being in charge this weekend, as a play to get laid with a beautiful blonde. The whole thing was a premise for a movie in the 90s. What? I always write these down in this state where I go like, yeah, no, this makes sense. I'll remember this when I read this, and it doesn't happen.
Yeah, same with mine.
Because it's so much work. My night was plagued by insomnia, but in my dreams, it's the first thing you have to do in the morning. So it's terrible. My night was plagued by insomnia, but in my dreams I met a head of state named Avi Schiffman, developed a soda, and met a beautiful woman with dark hair who was into textiles. Yeah. That ends there.
Normal.
Fair enough.
That sounds like one of the...
I dreamt
That's a pretty normal dream, yeah.
I don't have a dream journal, but I remember this one. I think it was in the night from Tuesday to Wednesday. I dreamt that Max Turnau somehow acquired my personal information and invited me to some kind of, job application interview in a manner that made it seem like he didn't realize that I made a video on him. And then when I met up with Max, he pulled a shotgun and fucking shot me.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's why you don't hate your heroes.
I have, if you want,
you've been played.
I ran out of dreams that I can that I read, but if you want, I can talk about the one nightmare that I remember, and I dreamt that shit like
There's
3.5 years ago, and I still remember.
Okay.
Yeah, no, there's one of them that I dreamt like a fuck ton of time ago, like 3.5, maybe more years ago. Can't even remember when I did, but I remember it. So basically, what happened is, for some reason, can't remember the exact details, but there was like a helicopter that was landing, and somehow the blades clipped the top of my brain, like the top of my head.
How to return
therefore,
to monkey.
basically, no. Therefore, I had to get plates of steel in my brain, but somehow the pressure. There was something about the cerebrospinal fluid pressure, which during a thunderstorm, at one point later, it increased to the point where it fucking burst out of my head, and I think in the dream I went insane and killed someone.
Jesus.
I know.
That's interesting.
Should I remind the patrons that they can also post memes this week?
Yeah, well, I was doing it earlier, but...
We're not looking at memes, though. Heinz is still extremely quiet.
I'm sorry I had to turn my sensitivity way down because my mic picks up literally everything.
That's not what it means to turn your sensitivity down, Heinz.
Well, yeah, I know what you... It's hard to explain. My microphone's shit, basically.
Okay. I was part of some kind of consortium operating a kind of shopping mall, putting in work so I could prove something. Vlad the Vampire was in charge of entertainment, which also included the toilet facilities. It is a long one, apparently. I dreamt that I was traveling through an island chain, but also the mountains on a train, but also a bike. I was the penultimate person in a procession, followed only by famous actor Michael K. Williams, who I think he's the guy who played Omar in The Wire, who was playing blues guitar for us. We passed a Chinese travel group in an underpass with difficulty and saw a modern vampire leave his house in the twilight. What makes him a modern vampire? The whole thing was also kind of a Minecraft world. In the end, we arrived at an official state hotel with a suite that was redesigned by renowned artists after each big wig visit. That is decadent. The last one had been an American diplomat who had been briefly abducted at 15, so duffel bags for ransom money were a big theme. What the fuck? What?
God damn.
That is so fucked up. That's so fucked. Imagine you're like a suicide survivor and they throw you like a themed birthday party and it's just nooses, dude.
God damn.
I like.
God damn.
This wasn't even like ironic. This was. Did they actually? I mean, they actually did this in the dream. They didn't do it ironically in the dream.
God damn.
I like the.
The what? You like the what?
He likes dick. Or they like dick. I don't know who said that.
Cetos just says, I like the
You know, it's also a good YouTube channel. Is Heinz Guderian.
I like the fact that you.
Don't touch that
The
shit.
fact that you.
Yes.
I like the fact. No, what I'm trying to say is I like the fact that you felt the need to specify in your sleep drunken state in your dream journal that it was a famous actor by that name.
No, I just
Not the less
no,
famous one.
no, it just says Michael K. Williams. I just pointed out that he was a famous actor because not everyone knows who Michael K. Williams is.
Okay, yeah, I thought you were noting that down for yourself for future.
No,
reference.
but I might have had done that. That sounds like something I would do. I had a metric fuck ton of dreams, but remember almost none. I do know that I had an actual lucid dream at one point where I was on a bike and ended up fucking. But at the end of all my dreams, I was on an empty train and was allowed special access to the exclusive station by a travel agent girl. We were invaded by aliens in scorpion-shaped spaceships.
Fuck.
Cool.
Why do you always
Were
have
you
some
fucking while
such
you were off the
consistent
bike, or
dreams?
was like a separate?
Having consistent dreams is something that the more I have learned about storytelling and the more I have written stories, the more my dreams have gained a sort of... Like, sometimes my dreams will foreshadow shit that will happen later. Which is
Yeah,
pretty
I remember
cool.
when I
God
dreamed
damn.
about World War II.
Imagine, imagine being such a fucking
LARPer.
yeah.
Brady, your brain is just EU4 at this point. It's been completely replaced by.
Oh fuck no! That reminded me.
Does this mean that
Brady mentioning LARPing reminded me of a dream that I had once,
When
which
you were
was like
LARPing.
Was Brady LARPing?
sort of actually. I was basically with a bunch of my friends in uni that from the LARP society that I'm part of. We were doing like a weird ass fucking like apocalypse lab with like zombies and shit, and we had to like secure researchers from our university, and it was like in the entire university campus, but like, and throughout I was fucking convinced that it was all real for some reason, despite the very obvious LARP weapons. And like even like when I woke up, I was like, wait, what the fuck? Why did I think it was real? Those were obviously LARP weapons.
Jesus.
And like at one point, I remember like screaming about one of my friends just grabbing a dude and slicing his throat. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? But the dude was just fine. He was walking away in my dream. But for some reason in my dream, I was like, you just killed a dude.
I was on a wide plain consisting of many properties. What? Heading up a hill in a group that included famous musician Quentin Dupieux, who was also known as Mr. Oiseau, to explore a cave shaped like a skull. Somebody had warned us to be armed because it was early summer and thus illegal building season? What do you mean? It was illegal to... What? I took a walk and accidentally entered someone's property. It was cool and very automated. When I walked out, the guy, basically an angry Trejo, hunted me down on a bike with a white and purple assault rifle, referring to me as the El Nino to his La Nina. Famous weather pattern El Nino.
Can you hear me now? Is it working?
Not much better, no.
Not much better.
So properties is very different houses. So I dreamed about America, basically, is what I'm saying. My dream was very complex, and somehow involved Arbed and Jeff from the famous show Community, thinking they lost a limb due to a machine intelligence plugged into a filthy socket. In the end, they break the spell, and the intelligence itself is suffering from that. Okay?
I think your intelligence itself was suffering there.
Yeah.
Brady, that image that you just posted, it disgusts me. Okay, that's not...
This is a very short one. The only thing I remember is that I took a drag off a joint that an older black gentleman offered.
And that was it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's the only part of the dream I remember.
That's a fucking excellent fucking dream. Just you take a drag from a.
You get high in your dreams.
No. The only thing you remember is just taking a drag from a joint. Lit.
I dreamt about being senior staff at a Stargate port because I had powers. What?
Oh, fuck.
Later, I was at a sort of zoo where I gave a spontaneous, casual speech that included Bhutan and complained about attempts at reducing people's critical thinking skills. After I got applause for that speech and advised people to allow their dream gods their indulgences, I exaggerated my scatterbrainedness. What?
So you basically did a Joe Biden.
I don't think he's doing whatever the opposite of scatterbrain. Yeah, that is.
That's a very good example.
I had a long dream about procedures, but my sleep was so shallow, so I forgot it when I was slow up. Let's woke up. I do remember thinking that it would take a long time to write down. Well, it didn't. In my dream, I was in an old house that I used to live in as a kid. At one point, there was some old dude who somehow was staying there who asked me if I would cook for him for a tip. Like a monetary tip, just to point this out. Later, there was a sort of reptilian girl who was obsessively looking at all this stuff until I fucked her. Okay? I dreamt I was apprenticing in a special high-class restaurant, and a vegan French chef from Aachen, the famous German city of Aachen, who was short on time, came in to teach me some things, but he was short on time. Disciplined, but very nice. There was also a situation in the restaurant where all 4 black cooks had been laid off, a highly unlikely event that I concluded had to be racially motivated. Yes, fighting systemic racism even while I'm asleep. My dreams tonight were numerous and included helping a girl not to have to go to Harvest Festival by taking her into the home of good people I was living with, then having her tell me how Jeffrey Epstein did 9/11. What?
Wow, that would be so interesting.
And different kinds of low and zero-G fighting.
Just in your room.
Yeah.
Cool.
I dreamt of an elderly Jewish man helping a young black boy with back pain through a simple massage. They are both slave soldiers. The Jewish man must then help a very attractive but crazy woman get set on fire and burned to death during an orgy.
What the fuck?
Just having a normal one, guys. Just having normal dreams for normal people that everyone else also has, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
In my dream, some guy let himself into my apartment because I didn't open the door fast enough. He was some sort of health inspector and had authority I did not expect. My place was a total mess and I had to prove that I could cook for some reason. I had stuff for mac and cheese there, but I had never done this recipe and did not want to look it up. There was an Indian kid who confused me and the pasta cooked unevenly, ruining the dish and making me weep as I tried to explain what happened. Jesus fuck.
Goddamn.
I mean, it's a lot less weird than the last one. My more than a what? Oh, this is an extremely personal thing. I'm not going to talk about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, it's not fair.
I dreamt.
My God, Jesus Christ, Cetor, what the fuck?
I appreciate that those boomer images is just straight posting Trump commercials now.
It's an ad by Trump, even. Huh.
Good deal.
And I had a dream where I was in a city where I used to live as a kid, hitting up some people, including a guy from a farm that I knew, and telling them that I was moving to Kiel for good, which I did like 5 years ago. Then up here, I swam through the rain to a beach hut, where I made dinner with some friends. This escalated into a fight between two of them until a Native American girl living off the grid came to complain. A bold friend used his Japanese magic as a chef to pull kidney beans from the sand, and we had a huge party. Yes.
That one was fucking awesome. That one.
Yeah, that was
Goddamn Japanese magic.
Yeah, to just create kidney beans out of sand.
Goddamn.
I thought that was the crazy one.
This is a long one. I dreamt that I woke up having returned to the house in also the one I was in earlier, where I'd grown up, where the guy was, the reptilian girl I fucked, as an adult. A tall iced tea dispenser next to my bed was collapsing, but I couldn't get any towels to clean it up. I went downstairs, and my mother's ex-boyfriend was confused, telling me the thing was usually very stable. I said that it looked like it was having an epileptic fit, which the little blonde boy I was meeting for the first time just then, and who was meant to be my new stepbrother, found this hilarious and immediately took a shine to me. I took a disc consisting of 2 wafers with pistachio paste in the middle and went upstairs to clean with it. Earlier, before that, I dreamt that that there was an exploit in Mass Effect. I don't know why that's in brackets. Where at the end, if you had a lot of speed and stamina, you could run away from the guards trying to chase you via a long route, then glitch out of the map to do heroin on a tall rock.
Glitch out of bounds to do heroin.
What the fuck? I'm reading this, as you are hearing them. So what the fuck is...
Ew,
God damn it.
Ew.
Jesus fucking Christ, Heinz.
That's very shitty, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's look at this instead. Danton de Trompier, Jean de Bidin. Fucking... Michel de Penis.
Behind. Fuck.
Jean de
I have
Bidon.
so
parties
many
with cocktail bins.
Jean de
Why
Bidon.
is Freestalker carrying such a big gun?
That's an actual thing that exists. Two-bore rifles are a thing.
I dreamt that I was part of a team that abducted people and sold them to cannibals, yet somehow we were the good guys. Yes.
Douwe van Tramp
Sorry.
and Jan de Bidon.
At some point in a dream, cute young calves appeared in a part of uni, and I explained the concepts of fantasizing about owning a game because you were too poor to buy it as a kid.
God damn.
Floritska Oblast.
I dreamed that I started a shift in a giant spinning strawberry with no walls while it rained. The guy who held the previous shift missed eating a particular yogurt from his childhood. Okay. In a dream that involved Flixbus travel, that's like Greyhound, an esoterically inclined woman asked me whether I thought there was something else hidden behind reality. I said essentially yes, as the EM spectrum includes entire universes of scale and energy we are utterly unable to relate to. God damn, I am smart.
I'm not gonna comment on that.
Nuevo Italia. That, yeah,
I don't like that they used Berlusconi though. I kind of that
At
bothers me.
least they need. I mean, no, I do. I don't like the fact that they put Berlusconi with the Lega Nord, because that's fucking weird. Like, why would Berlusconi be in the Lega Nord?
because they don't know what it's about.
Yeah.
God damn, that's just.
It's unrealistic.
All right, we were talking about dreams, right?
Wait. Last night I had the stream where Shrek was turned into Lady Urga and Fiona was asked if it was cool with her, and she said yes, I'm by Shrek's you. I woke up crying. This one's good. Do not turn Trulio et je sens bidon.
This one's also good.
Porte de la Loire.
Oh, you see the biggest chunk of one.
Bro, no, you have no idea. You have no idea. Like I was in class once. We were just studying fucking relativity. Okay, we were studying electromagnetic fields and relativity, and then the professor turns around, starts writing on the board, and turns around and goes, "Yes, because so the problem is we haven't included the retardation in our equations." And I was fucking, I almost died. I don't know how I didn't fucking burst out laughing, but dead ass turned to us and was like, "Didn't include the retardation in our equations." God damn.
I mean,
Okay.
common mistake.
Yeah, I know, right?
Different. This is cool. My dreams were numerous and complex today. They would take too long to explain.
Fucking. I'm not gonna explain it. Too complicated.
I dreamt that I
wouldn't
was
get it.
being held hostage by a good friend that I know in real life and who I think is watching. I'm actually know that is watching the stream right now in the attic of the group in boys' home where I grew up. And when I finally managed to escape, the boss of the boys' home didn't believe me at first, thinking that I was pranking him. My dreams included pretending that I don't know what racism is to some Panthers, not like Black Panthers, but actual Panthers, and going to a good friend's place where it turns out he had a hot blonde GF named Svenja. Well, that's cool. What's this? I've seen most of these before, though. I had recently moved into a rundown, disgusting modernist building that I had no idea how to fix up when some girl that I used to know many, many years ago moved in with me for literally no reason.
Nice.
I dreamt that I was with the Critical Role people, really? And my friends in Hamburg, where from a sub-sandwich place, we decided to do an impromptu food documentary about how much the scene was dominated by American pizza. It turned out that the docu we were making was one I'd been meaning to watch but never got around to. Whoa. That is meta as fuck, dude. I'm making a documentary that's been on my Netflix to watch list.
Wow.
I dreamt that I was a private investigator tasked with keeping track of which Pokemon turn into cubes. At the aquarium, I found a shark that would transform into a dog. At home, I was working with plants and ecosystems. My mother told me about a raspberry that tasted differently for men and women, giving me one. In truth, she was pranking me, as her hand was covered in tiger balm, which is like
Yeah.
I have this stuff here. It's like a... it's the wrong direction. It's like you put this on like joints when they hurt, or like on you massage it into your skull when you have a headache. It's extremely sharp, like spicy.
Basically it burns so hard
Yeah.
that you forget the previous pain. Also, once I accidentally put some on my balls.
What?
Because I had put some on I can't remember. I think I hurt my arm with like a fucking what the fuck are they called? This sea blobby things. Shit. The ones that sting you. Whatever. Basically, I put some balm on there and then accidentally scratched my balls after that.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's shit that happens.
I dreamt that after the end of Mass Effect, Shepard pretended to found an office block while really founding an exploration company. Wow. What a mad lad.
Master of Deception.
Yeah, that's a personal nightmare that I'm not going to talk about.
Shame I wanted to torment you with it.
At one point, I dreamt that I had to sublet my apartment to a little boy and his mum, as well as her boyfriend to a limited extent. Though they were perfectly nice people, this bothered me a lot. Yeah, I can see why. This is the only sentence for this dream. I remember at one point Hulk Hogan showed up and was confused.
Makes sense.
Okay.
After a new Overland update released, which brought Minecraft to the real world...
Mojang releases an update for the real world.
I was exploring the coast with the same friend that is watching the stream that I was abducted by earlier and her little brother when we found an entirely intact overworld fortress. In a different dream, I was in Spain on Mallorca, walking from Alcudia to Sonserra, which is, different towns there. That I remember, even in the evening, wearing only a headlamp. I wasn't naked. What the fuck is happening in chat? Because I have this on WhatsApp. So I am not really following meme chat. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
It's amazing.
I dreamt that I was graduating again and the ceremony was a tower defense game. One of my friends had just committed a faux pas relating to weight and someone's eating disorder.
Wait, the show results was an option to vote for.
Yeah,
Yes.
bro.
In case you didn't want to cast a vote.
I had some weird nightmares today, but an interesting dream snippet was the bold journalist specialized in standing in cold water.
Nice. How
It's my birthday today, by the way.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Happy birthday
Yeah,
then.
happy birthday, dude.
Unless
I
you are
think
lying.
Happy birthday.
I'm not lying.
Happy birthday.
I'm not sure I believe that.
Keep me asking that.
I like the water one. I really do.
I like the Epstein one, actually.
I don't know if the implication.
It's very
is-
open-ended, the Epstein one. Because
Yes,
I might be trying to save them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
was
you
gunning
maybe-
for the implication that you were taking the kids for your own.
Yeah,
use.
no. But I might also be saving them.
Yes, that's it's art.
Let's
It's
the
interpretation.
one who edited the gun into the image, so like.
Sorry. Fucking, hang on. Fucking.
Just as a funny side note, I write these down in like a WhatsApp group that I have with myself, and it's called Jeffrey Epstein.
Of course it is. I don't know why I'm surprised when you fucking name.
I mean,
shit
I
like
probably
that,
I probably said this at some point before.
Yes, I remember that.
Average corruption, enjoy. Oh fuck.
I mean, why isn't America in there actually? Because that would make more sense if it was in both.
True.
Let's see. Let's go back to the. I had a long theme dream full of time travel and fate. At one point, we were in an abandoned Russian factory that might have been above the Russian lab that you dreamed of, Mateo.
Oh shit.
where a public worker was replacing some purple jelly bricks as he happened upon a murderer hiding a body. The sequential logic changed a bit, and we came to a point where a very good friend of mine that is not the same friend as the one that abducted me in the dream realized that her younger self was the one draining her life force. Damn. Matteo, we talked about this yesterday. I had a narratively consistent dream wherein we strived for perfection while at the end being wiped out by an apocalypse.
Bruh. Bruh. God damn.
This is an actual thing that apparently I wrote in my like just awoken state. In my dream, I was with a hot and cool young woman, and we were about to get it on when a group of 12 Filipino servants knocked on her door. They were ultimately mistaken, but part of the locking mechanism was ripped away. She lived on campus, and in the morning some guy in paintball gear was sneaking around. He was a bit of a dick, trying to intimidate me in a friendly manner to prove that he was some kind of alpha. His friends showed up and made him stop, and the whole thing turned into a kind of a party. The girl seemed cool with it, but when I asked her if she was comfortable with the situation, she said not quite, but she was also enjoying herself. Oh, she would have rather spent some alone time with me. Oh, that's nice. I wonder why I wrote this much about that dream. Not an actual, there's just like a fictional dream person, though. To be, motherfucker. Dear AOC, you claim to be a gamer, yet I didn't have to hear a single N-word during your stream. Curious. I do, you know, all the I mean, I haven't seen many of them, but like, the people going, oh, it's like, oh, she does gaming, she should be like working, a fucking dumb bitch. Yeah. It's like, those are the same guys who would go, well, I'd love to have a beer with Joe Biden. And that's what she's doing. Like, she's having a beer with Zoomers. That's what that is playing Among Us on Twitch.
Yeah, basically. She got killed by H-Bomber Gun.
Yes. Did you see, Burger, that the very first person to kill AOC on her stream was H-Bomber Guy?
Yeah, I did see that.
I found that very funny.
Let's see this. Oh, this is one of the kind of things where I didn't dream for a while. An element of my dream was doing a heist while supported by a man called the Urchin and 2 women called Sage and the Paladin. That's kind of cool. I dreamt that I would one day have a floor of a castle tower to myself and cozy it up during a winter storm. Eventually, I would grow bored, even of the splendid view, and get a beach house on an atoll world. That's one of those immortality dreams that I like.
Nice.
Oh yeah, the Irish unification of 2024.
Yes. Yes.
Come on, you blacks and tans.
Fucking-
I did also a bug of
Apparently,
think
right,
that sounds
on that episode,
racist.
apparently when it was
That
first
sounds
aired
like
in the
what?
UK,
racist.
What sounds
it-
racist?
Blacks and tans.
Yeah,
oh, nobody
yeah,
gives
yeah.
a fuck what the Irish do.
Have you not seen the fucking what's his name? God, I can't remember the name.
Fucking.
I dreamt that I
Never
was on
mind.
a train, which was also a zoo and had to be preserved at all costs. We became a bunch of animal people fighting other animal people in radiation-stricken techno ruins. Yes.
That's
Yes.
literally fucking what's it called? Mutant Year Zero. It's a
Is
tabletop
it?
RPG.
Is it? I have never played it.
Yeah.
At one point, I was in a tent taking care. I'm sorry. I have to. Okay. Taking care of a little girl I was charged with protecting. A cop who was covering for me called, telling me to repeat 3 words he wanted me to never say over and over until I eventually became a clown. What? I dreamt that I was part.
Bread. Sorry.
I dreamt that I was part of a powerful paramilitary organization like Overwatch, being disbanded for the 2nd time after stopping a war at great costs. We were happier this time, as it seemed that the public had internalized our ideals. However, there was a kind of ominous relic working in the dark. The Emperors, one of whom was a techno-wraith looking like a future threat. This is fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
40k.
In one episode of my dream, I met a gourmet chef who looked like famous, comedian Ian Fidance, but was set up behind some kind of bar. He was a cool dude, and I asked him if I could get croissants to go with my Nutella. He joked about how this would be too expensive and sent me to a supermarket in the silent quarter, which was actually quite loud. They did not have them, but a Gouda goat pastry instead. I remember this, and I remember waking up from this dream and going to the supermarket like half an hour later, not even having had breakfast yet, just having taken my pill, like my thyroid pill, to buy croissants so I could have Nutella croissants. That was fucking good. Oh, Jesus. Actually, a epic Nazi.
Fucking- Also, yeah, Mutant Year Zero. That's the one. Yeah, in which you are animal people in the post-apocalypse. If you're interested.
I dreamt that I met. This one needs context. I dreamt that I met a guy that I was in the same group with at Boys Home, who eventually became a politician for the Christian Democratic Union, climbing around on a concrete art piece. I asked him why he had joined the Christian Democratic Union, and he was saying that he was just looking to the future. I also asked what he was doing in Kiel, and he explained that he'd used a quarantine loophole to give his family a vacation. So, fucking...
Goddamn.
Yeah, they did. Our king also went on vacation to Greece.
Okay, this is...
Until he got enough criticism, so he went back.
Oh my god, Heinz, why?
What is that? Is that just popcorn or something? Or is this
Oh, fuck, dude.
Oh no! The fuck?
Or are those almonds that are supposed to look like teeth?
Okay,
yeah.
so here I have a bunch of voice messages that I've apparently lost, because there was apparently some really cool dream that is now lost forever.
Aw.
My last dream involved me as a part of a team of freelancers operating in Kiel with fairy powers. Most of the city is supposed to get replaced with newer buildings. Mine would have become one of the oldest. We entered a dilapidated place that smelled like piss, except the basement, which was meticulous as it was operating as a haunted hotel which respected its own legacy. What? I was returning from a class trip with my friend from high school to boys' home, but unloading took a while. I was with some woman, and we met this Serbo-Latin guy with a weird knife ruler. He thought all people had been killed in an apocalypse. Everything then turned into a mansion, and the woman tried to work with the guy's artifacts. It was suddenly a stealth game. Another ally of ours returned, weirder, having been infected with the notion that eyebrows are the new eyes, and had replaced them accordingly. After he infected someone else, we steered clear of him with the idea. Infected him with the idea as a mimetic hazard. The woman went downstairs, but when she returned with part of a ritual leading a moaning creature I could not see, I ran into the motion detecting light switches. Okay. What? This one is apparently very long.
You could not see.
In this dream, I was a rich kid in a theme park, hanging out with billionaires. I think ultimately as part of a heist, in a way that would have made me insufferable IRL. After a short excursion hiding like mother-of-pearl plated handguns, he called them guns for girls. I remember this dream. I know it isn't specified here, but I remember that this is Slavoj Žižek. We had these mother-of-pearl plated handguns, and Žižek called them guns for girls.
Oh yeah, you told me about
Yeah.
that. You told about this already.
No. This was probably at the Lancer game that we had.
Oh yeah, no, that's true.
We found in a matter multiplying bag with Žižek. I was at this water park hanging out mostly with a family of rich black people. Eventually, as I infiltrated the kitchen, I was shown some of the rides I hadn't seen before in other parks. They sucked, stank, were overcrowded. On one, which was basically just a river, there were various boats filled with British people being comically American. One of them complained that there were literal tidal waves on the river because it sucked so bad. It turned out these theme parks all had a theme to them, and the one I had seen... And the one I had seen for rich people had the theme of hygiene. Of course, back when it was built, that had meant racial hygiene. What? There was also one about safety from that era. Oh, but the rich black people were from it. What? And they were what? I don't quite understand. But I remember writing this down because it was really funny to me at the time, in like an ironic way. But I'm not sure I get the joke anymore. Dreaming of the fantasy world I had as a child, not musical apocalypse season what the fuck are you talking about? I was in some girl's birthday party in a big living room, improvising a Filthy Frank routine with some others, everyone playing a different persona. Geordie's famous YouTuber Jordan Shanks in particular loved my performance and said it had Aussie vibes. Holy shit! Cetor, are you still here?
Yes. Why?
Cetor's GF had given me one of her earrings to wear on my nose.
What?
Just before the climax of the party, she asked for it back. Everyone was elated, and it ended up focusing on them. Sito was suddenly dressed like a woman, wearing the earrings. He put on some white rimmed glasses and left. Everyone was confused.
Yes, my girlfriend.
That's not a dream. That's reality.
Yeah, no, you just.
Bugger, this is just your memories. You
Yeah.
can't.
Dream diary, more like diary.
This happened.
Burger, have you ever seen my girlfriend?
No. It was probably just like, it was whatever mental picture I had in my head.
Vanessa Hudgens.
Maybe. I don't know who Vanessa Hudgens is. In the last stream, I was part of a board game where we would be environmentalist deities in disguise. Okay. 2 guys and I wanted to break into a Spanish cemetery for RPG-related reasons, but as we slipped under the fence, my grab for my bag alerted a passing cop, and we were cool. That's fucking shit. Okay. I had a lot of dreams, but the funniest by far was having to watch fireworks in a town that is nearby here with Rachel Dolezal. How is that funny, dude?
Lol.
In my dream, a fat Paulie from, famous character Paulie from The Sopranos wanted to make quick money with me, but it was legally precarious. Well, that's a fucking euphemism. To ensure I could still write and do art in the future, I decided to decline his offer. He was offended by this, and a fairy appeared. They tried to wrestle me so they could achieve mind control, but I defeated them by waking up. Ooh,
God damn.
but outplayed.
Outplayed. God damn.
My dream ended with me literally announcing that my alarm was about to ring.
Foreshadowing.
Damn. Dreamt about a black guy named Archimedes who tasked himself with finding out whether jam donuts were bird shitting themselves at the Libertarian supermarket.
Fucking what?
What? I remember this dream. It makes sense now that I think. Dreamt about a black guy named Archimedes who tasked himself with finding out whether the jam donuts were bird shitting themselves at the Libertarian supermarket. It makes sense when you think about it.
I mean, it makes sense. It's just what the fuck.
Yes. There was this guy who punched me in a fit of rage but made such a funny pun that we both started laughing and became friends.
God damn.
I had some weird but awesome dreams about working class fungi.
What?
Fucking.
Yes.
Orcs from 40k.
I dreamt that I was at a little town in Japan where all boba tea is organically grown, investigating its systemic issues. I dreamt I was an old vampire in various contexts. Once I was on the hunt, another time I was thinking about as a child dreaming I was a vamp had made me feel in control. That doesn't make any sense.
Bruh.
Oof, critter.
Boy, fuck, let me look.
Well, I'm sad that Sandra is not here because my dream somehow included bootleg bionicle transformer mechs. Transformers as in the Transformers.
God damn. Nice. You should make them and then sell them.
In my dream, we were playing an RPG in a big class setting. What? A good friend of mine, relatively new to the game, was going to execute some people when I put myself in his way and the alarm rang. What? In my dream, I had wait, is this? Oh no, okay. In my dream, I had a huge fight with my grandma because I refused to meet a lot of people during COVID. Later, I helped steal back a fuck ton of Coca-Cola from a half-related family.
I literally just bought that collar just today, literally today.
Heinz, you are extremely loud.
I'm sorry. I'll turn my thing down.
Not
Let me-
not to him.
Actually, you know what? I just turned you up to 200%, so maybe that's the thing.
Yes, he was quite
Possibly.
on the level to say.
Stole back a fuck ton of Coca-Cola from a half-related family, drove around the town on my bike at high speed, and was supposed to sleep on the ground floor of my grandma's new haunted house, which seemed quite unfinished. I remember this. It was fucking terrible. It was a scary-ass location. Like, it was sort of low ceilings, and everything was made of concrete. What the fuck? Everything was like made of concrete, but the ceiling, and new, but it was like low ceilings. The walls were not covered with anything. There was some like cinder block bricks in some places, right? But the interior decorations were like classic grandma style, but also somewhat dilapidated. And there was some more modern stuff. It was really, really disconcerting.
Can I just say,
Yes.
he's been gnomed.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
My wilder dreams included a bodyguard of Austrian royalty sleeping on my couch.
Half-spoken noises.
Had a really cool Numenera dream where two lines of the Begum family were living in the same palace yet embroiled in a planet-spanning war. The huge palace sits on the spring of an ancient river which was recently split. The old one is contained by huge dams, but the new, wilder one is unearthing many treasures, including the bones of ancient beasts.
That's kind of cool.
It's a cool dream, yeah. I was on the road with the Cowboys, having just picked up famous philosopher Slavoj Žižek, when we were stopped by a group of Christian mercenaries working for Pepsi, who wanted Slavoj to stand trial for causing desertion among their ranks.
Is this like fucking ANCAP world?
He just wallowed them with fucking communism, dude.
ANCAP world, yeah. He fucking convinced the employees to leave with communism. Fucking.
Oh,
nice.
damn.
Oh yeah, that one. That one was pretty funny.
I remember being hit, being in a shit museum. What?
A
Shit
museum.
museum and park with a fat train conductor. That there were a lot of options for things to do, mostly on a huge platform high up in the sky. We got injured.
Nice.
Cool. This is from today, this morning. Damn, my last dream was an epic prank, but I don't remember it. So yeah.
I don't know why that's so fucking funny.
It's sometimes, you know. Thank you for that.
Get pranked.
Thank you for sitting through basically 90 minutes of me just reading from my fucking dream journal.
Some of it was
That
entertaining.
was quite funny.
Yeah. Today, what else did I do today? Today I cooked something that was delicious. I have no idea what I cooked, but it turned out very good. But I couldn't tell you what I did because I was just sort of improvising everything. It's like an Asian noodle dish, but I boiled you have these Asian noodles, you put boiling water on them. I did it with some cooking wine that I had left that I really needed to get rid of. With like red wine, so they're like purple now. And I had these peppers, like they're a bit hotter than bell peppers, like only marginally. And I cooked them with like malt beer, Asian fish sauce, and soy sauce, and like garlic and shit that I had browned in butter. I didn't expect it to be anything but utterly disgusting, but it's actually pretty delicious.
No, it sounds like it's an interesting one, but yeah.
Yeah. Also, yes, that does mean that I can kick you in the stomach and then body slam you on the concrete and fart in your face because we are equal.
Fuck yeah.
Equality.
No lives matter.
That's true.
Ah, damn. How's everyone else today?
Very good.
I'm alright.
Good
Like
birthday.
the
As
Nicole
I said at the very start, I'm fucking hyped about the fact that I'm not shit at basically my job.
Huh, yeah,
I
that's,
think
you told me about that.
I think this is the most low energy way anybody's ever talked about being hyped.
Yeah, no, I'm also real
really
fucking tired.
hyped.
What happened is I managed to write an entire fucking well, it's a mock proposal, but still a proposal, research proposal for in a single day. I mean, apart from like research, I already had like most of the research ready and research papers and shit, but still, I'm impressed by myself.
That is pretty cool. A friend of mine did like a whole paper very recently in just like a couple days, and it was very good. Hell, Frasier, dude. I'm always, because it seems like such a monumental task. I mean, I say this, I write novels for a living, but still. All the fucking, like, doing citations, I fucking hate that shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to...
That's literally the best thing I've ever seen. Hellfreight.
I just want to write things. Catalonia. That's what people don't understand, what Republican means in a European context. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
People's Republican.
Yeah.
This is a fucking perfect reaction.
Tobleronistan? That actually looks awesome, though. I want to write on that thing.
Oh, yeah.
I want a Toblerone now, too. Damn.
Oh, man.
Is there any?
They did change though. I mean,
Is there any reason from an engineering perspective to design a train this way?
Possibly like requirements from like tunnels or some shit like that.
Like we built
Aerodynamics.
triangular tunnels.
Someone who didn't know that a train was gonna go through there.
It's, you know,
It
like
looks
triangular
fucking cool.
drills.
That's the best reason that you could have to build that. That's a good enough reason to build.
Does
that.
it look
looks
cool?
fucking
Really?
Yeah.
Sure about that?
It looks like a base train.
It does look like a base train. I have to agree with Heinz
It
on this one.
literally looks
I think-
autistic. It looks like a
Yes.
mongoloid train.
No, it does. That's the appeal. It looks fucking stupid, but it looks fucking stupid in a cool way.
Yes. Yes. 100% hard agree.
No, I think I know where this came. No.
Oh shit, I forgot to buy a can opener. I forgot to buy a can opener. I've been drifting into Australian quite frequently recently.
Goddamn.
Tends to happen.
Yes, because
It
Is
is
that
that
your
time
next?
of
Is
year.
that your
Have you
next
guys seen that,
accent?
I am
that
a
doji
spider.
where it's like the regular TNA, except it's written in like shrill Australian slang, and it's fucking awful, and it's the worst thing that anyone's ever seen.
Can I ask you, Burger, why this meme exists?
I couldn't tell you, Sito. I did not make this meme, and I have never seen it before. So
A likely story.
I could relate to that on a fucking spirit.
did you see the episode with when Jimmy did that or not?
What?
what?
It was when he was working at a burger restaurant, and he was trying to just be a genius, but the guy that owned or that was the manager just didn't was too stupid to know that he was so smart. So he gave him all the shit jobs basically.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, it's a good show. I remember too much TV from childhood and stuff.
Ah, gay Oreos are cool. Kind of want to make a.
Well, that reminds me. Give me a sec.
No,
Wait.
I'm not gonna do that.
Oh my god. How
I
would
found
Trump
it anyway.
look- how would
I found the
Trump
meme
look-
now. So there's the
No, I'm not giving you a sec.
How
Well,
would Trump look if he wasn't
you can't take back the
What
second
the, is that
No.
Jordan
Jonald
Trump Peterson?
Brump.
I think it's just a skinny filter face app.
Yeah. He actually looks respectable though.
He looks like a spam
Wait,
Republican.
picture on my phone.
Like he looks like he would be a very soft-spoken president.
No, he looks like
He looks like the kind of senator that is always on the very back of the committee meetings and would never make president.
Yeah, but he made president because he used to be CIA. You know, like George Bush Sr. God damn. That would be very unhygienic.
I mean, I have killed a rabbit.
I mean, it's probably not even sentient.
Who hasn't killed a rabbit?
Most people
I've
I
been
break
rabbit
up with,
hunting.
honestly.
Yeah, most people. That's true. Most people have killed a.
Most people have killed a rabbit.
Did you know that you can't survive on solely rabbit meat because it doesn't provide enough nutrients?
Looks.
I've heard about that on QI.
Yes, that's where I got it from as well.
That's quite interesting.
It's a good show.
QI is basically like mandatory reading for energy vampires.
Oh my god! Did you see the? God, were we doing the Shadow series as well? Or?
Yeah. I got it and I watched the entirety of it in like 2 days.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
It is so good. Like especially the energy vampire it's just such a good character. And fucking Laszlo, he's just his manner of speaking. It's so fucking British. Then he's just shit. It's such a good show. Goddamn. Although I didn't like the when they go into like the bigger plots, like their larger scale world building type stuff. I don't like that.
Like the Vampire Council stuff.
Yeah. I didn't like that at all.
And the witches and such.
I mean, it's nice to the witches at least it was about like extracting semen.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, witches need vampire semen for their spells. That was fine, but the I know the Vampire Council was just like an excuse to get the guys from the film in there, and for some reason have Tilda Swinton and Evan Rachel Wood play themselves, and Wesley Snipes.
Oh yeah, and the vampire baby.
Yeah. I was actually the guy with that was in the room before that. That was fucking Dave Bautista.
Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, boy. Fucking hell.
Hunter Biden looks like Jordan Peterson on an all pussy.
He's supposed to pick up Joe Biden though.
Did you remember the episode where she was I don't remember the names very well, but where she was teaching the girl how to use her vampire powers and was like, oh, it's very easy, you can just jump on the wall and you can just climb.
Yeah.
And the way she fucked up.
It's such a good show, man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I still don't know what you guys are talking
Vampires
about.
on the west side. the club vampires.
Fotzen Junge.
Yeah.
Seator, just watch What We Do in the Shadows, the series.
It's so good. Also watch the film, obviously.
Oh,
but...
definitely. Yeah, if you haven't watched the film, well.
And I also got into watching Wellington Paranormal, and it's not that good. It's not bad, but it's also not very good.
Have you watched The Boys?
Bruh.
I started season 2.
Is it like
not
good?
It's fun.
Season 1 was very good. Season 2 is they get very, very overt with SJW-isms.
I'm
Like
sorry, is Shinzo Abe fucking going, hey, yo, I slammed pussy. I slammed my wife pussy. And then I got dressed in business casual wear, and we went to eat fucking seafood. What?
Yeah, he basically ate pussy so hard that he had to eat ice cream afterwards.
I would love to see this. Oh!
This is the debate. You know, the Joe Rogan moderated debate.
Oh dear! They're gonna implement a mute button in the next
It would
debate.
be funny to see Bernie beat the shit out of both of them, though.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think he could.
I'm pretty sure he would be able to.
Oh,
He would be able to, even like on a equal level debate stage, he would be able to beat them both.
No, I'm talking physically.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and that as well. But I'm just saying, like,
Bernie is seriously fit, like in a. I love this one so much.
Nice.
Anyway, thank you very much for watching. We're gonna end the stream now. I appreciate everybody being here.
Subscribe to Heinz Guderian.
Don't.
I'm dreaming, man. Just stay awake.
Stay woke too, and you know, see you around.
Yeah, remember not to masturbate too much, or your hands will end up like this.